Okay, grade 8, now we're going to be finding the numerical value by substitution. What does this mean? When we say substitution, we do not mean a minus. We're not saying substitution as in minus one value from another. We're rather meaning substitution as in replace. So we have an x and a y, and we mean replace or substitute x and y with x equals 3 and y equals 4. Right, so we say substitute x and y with x equals 3 and y equals 4. Then we would say x plus y is the same as that x is equal to the 3, that y, that is equal to the 4, and that is equal to 3 plus 4, which is 7. For example, in America, they use Fahrenheit to calculate the temperature. In many other countries, they use Celsius. They use Celsius. And that is in a C. Fahrenheit is F, Celsius C. These are the same temperature, they reading the same temperature, it's just a different measurement of reading it, or a different measurement. So if water boils at 100 degrees Celsius, it also boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit. These are the same temperature, just different measurement scales. Both of the same temperature, just different measurement scales, like miles or kilometers. The ratio of Fahrenheit to Celsius is the same as 9/5C plus 32. So if we want to say, let's put Celsius at 100 degrees Celsius, we could sub C, so we substitute C for 100 over there, to go as 9/5 times 100 plus 32. And that is going to be 9 times 100, which is 900, divided by 5 plus 32. 900 divided by 5 is 180, plus 32 is 212 degrees Fahrenheit, and that is the answer, 212. So we could work out any degree Fahrenheit for any degree Celsius by substituting that C with the value in the equation. Substitute the following, where A is equal to 3, B is equal to a half, C is equal to 0, x is equal to 4, y equals to 2, and z is equal to minus 7. X squared plus y. X is equal to 4, so that'll be 4 squared, plus y, y is equal to 2 plus 2. 4 squared is 16, plus 2 is 18. B to the power of c plus z to the power of y. B is a half. To the power of c, we're going to put that in brackets to the power of 0. Plus z, which is negative 7, we're going to put it in brackets, times the y, which is 2. Anything to the power of 0 is 1, minus, because there's a plus times a minus, 14. And that's going to equal negative 13. A plus A, B, C, X, Y, Z. Oh, there's a C there, so we can immediately tell that's going to be 0. But let's replace it. Well, let's substitute it. So that's A is 3, B is a half, C is 0, X is 4, Y is 2, Z is negative 7. And all of that times by 0 is equal to 0, 3 plus 0, and that is going to equal, 3 plus 0. Let me just erase this rather. So 3 plus 0, and that is equal to 3. Okay, let's do another example. A to the root of x, y. A is cube root of x is 4, multiplied by y is 2. So this is equal to 3, cube root of 8. What do we know the cube root of 8? That is 2. The cube root of 8 is 2 because 2 to the power of 3 is equal to 8. Don't forget that. Okay, let's look at another example. 2by minus z. I'm just going to erase some of this here so it doesn't get in the way. Okay, 2b times y, so that is equal to b is a half, 2 times a half, times y, which is 2, minus z, which is negative 7. Don't get confused with your negatives, rather put in brackets. 2 times a half is 1, 1 times 2 is 2, minus 7 is plus 7, and that is equal to 9. Okay, what about x to the power of b plus z to the power of y. So x is 4 to the power of b is a half, plus z, which is negative 7 to the power of y, which is 2. Okay, so we've got negative 7 to the power of 2. So remember, anything squared is the same as that number times itself. So, and also a half is the same as the square root of 4 plus, that's a plus, negative 7 multiplied by negative 7. So that is 2 plus, negative times a negative is positive 49, and that is going to equal 51. Well done, grade 8. That is finding a numeric value by substitution. Without you even knowing, you've been doing this the whole time throughout the videos. Now we're going to go into algebraic equations. Well done, grade 8s.